Hey friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Battle of the Pens, where each week in the month of March I am using a different pen in my planner and then scoring them based on some criteria that we predetermined with the objective of finding planner pen piece. This is the final installment. Round of applause for this coming to an end. Not so much because I haven't enjoyed it, I have, but just because I'm excited to see who our winner is. So just to recap, our contestants were the Tombow Twin Tone, the Papermate Flare, the erincondren Dual Tip Marker, and the Staedtler Fineliner Staedtler Tri-Plus Fineliner. So let's get down to business. We need to score our Staedtler, and that will basically tell us who the winner is. So first of all, just move these out of the way for a moment. I want to talk a little bit about this pen, the experience I had with it this week. I really liked it. I was a little bit surprised by how much I did like it. I'll show you my planner for this week here. Is here, as you can see, not quite a normal week because we are in the middle of the pandemic, but I did a good job. This one I mentioned last week when I tested it that the tip is already a little bit broken in because I have owned this for over 2 years. However, it held up great. It wrote really nicely. I think actually when it's a little bit more, when the tip on this one is a little bit more broken in, I enjoy it a little bit more. If you can look at some, like even the light green here, if you can see that is a little bit thinner, same with the coral. Just colors I don't use very often. It did a really good job. So let's score it and see where we end up. So for feel, do I like the way it feels to write? Yes, I do. The one thing I don't love about it for, like, if I was writing a lot is the triangle shape, and they cite that as like a benefit, that your hand doesn't get tired, but I find that it hurts my finger a little bit here. However, I do really like the way it feels to write. It's easy, it's weighted nicely, so I'm gonna give it a 4 just because of that weird triangle shape there. The consistency, does it write smoothly and does it cut out? It doesn't. It's actually really, really good. I think sometimes when I would use sort of the side of it, like it does get a little bit sort of, if you're not careful, it does sort of there. But that's using the very side of it. If I'm even a tiny bit more towards the center or right on the center, it does perfectly. So in terms of consistency, I do think I have to give it a 5. There we go. Appearance. So how does my writing look? Does it smear in the overall look? So we can look back at this one again. Overall, I like the way that this looks. Down here, I mean, it is a little bit, because it's worn in a little bit. I don't necessarily love the way this looks, but I also generally don't write that small either. Up here, I think this looks terrific. I like the way it looks. It's a very like a dark black, and I do like that a lot. It's considerably darker than, say, like this one here. Does it smear? I don't think so. It smears a tiny bit, but it dries really quickly. Like that didn't smear at all there, and there's nothing on my finger here, so yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 5 for that for sure. Okay, and then the last one here, availability. Can I buy the pen individually? So I did a lot of research on this pen this week to see, and the truth is that yes, I can buy them individually. They are about $2 a piece, or I can buy a pack of 10 for $10.99 Canadian, which makes them just a little bit more than $1 a piece, about $1.25 a piece, including tax, which makes them some of the most available and cost-effective ones that there are. So I do have to give this a 5 for that, which means that this pen gets 19 points, and that makes it our Battle of the Pens winner. This is not the outcome I was expecting whatsoever. I knew about midway through the week that this was going to be the winner just because I had researched how available it was and I was liking the way that it was feeling. Every time I'd reach for it to write something in my planner, I really liked how it felt. So I had a feeling when I realized how available it is and that I could buy a pack of 10 for, you know, $13 including tax, I realized that it would be hard to find, like to legitimately find one better. It really did surprise me. So this is our winner. I do think I'm going to move forward with this one in my planner most weeks. I do need to order some new ones because I have had this one for 2 years and it is getting a little bit too soft on the tip, but it'll do fine. I mean, right now I looked on Staples to see if I could order them, and they're out of stock at my 2 local stores, but I'm sure they'll be back in soon. It's just the time we're living in here. As it stands, I'm quite happy with this one. Now, I do want to say a few things about these other pens here. The Tombow Twin Tone, I could buy these individually, only online, and they were quite a bit more expensive than this one is, which I'm okay with in theory. The only thing is that this tip actually, I don't know if you guys can see, the tip wore down a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So I have been using this one a lot in my erincondren Daily Petite Daily Planner, whatever it's called. And I really do like the way that it writes in there. But this is actually a bit disappointing for how quickly it did wear down. I haven't used this one too much in there, but I think, I mean, the paper is not too dissimilar, so I think it would be okay, and I probably will use this quite a bit more in there going forward. The Papermate Flare is kind of, I mean, Papermate Flare is kind of like the old faithful of pens. I still do use this one quite a bit, and I can see myself using it in my Petite Daily as well. I can also see using it in my life planner if I'm wanting something a little bit thicker. I think this in combination with this, they're both quite dark black, I think will go really nicely together. So this one is definitely staying in the arsenal. It's not going anywhere. And now the Erin Condren dual tip marker. I love this pen. I really do. I love the way it writes. I love the way it looks. I love the way my writing looks in it. Like it's a lovely pen, and the thick marker is like, it's terrific. It's really nice. If this one were more easily available, I'm sure it would have won. I'm not going to throw it out. I'm not going to throw it away entirely. I do really like it. It's just not going to be my everyday go-to in my planner anymore, and I'm okay with that. I've sort of made my peace with it because this one has proven itself so worthy. So that means that Battle of the Pens is coming to an end. We are crowning the Staedtler Tri Plus Fineliner our ultimate victor, and I am actually looking forward to using this each week in my planner. So this has been a really fun series. I've enjoyed doing it. I intend to do more of these sorts of things, trying out different things, seeing what really works for me. In the future, possibly not, you know, in the next month or so, just because life is crazy and supplies are not that easy to come by. If I'm needing to try different things and pick up different supplies. So we will have to see what availability is like and what comes to mind for the next challenge, but I did enjoy doing this, and it was fun to do something different. And I'm also, if I hadn't done this and if I hadn't committed to one pen each week for the whole week, I don't think I would have nearly as as good a feeling about this one as I do. And I know it sounds silly, but I also know that any planner knows what this is like, and that finding planner piece, which I really do feel like I may have found in here in the Erin Condren, and then finding the best pen for it is a big deal. So I hope that you have enjoyed this 4 or 5 part series, 4 weeks, 6 videos total, a battle of the pens. I hope that you learned something about each of these worthy contestants here, and that maybe you found a new pen or two to try that you hadn't before. If you did, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Would love to hear what your favorite pen is to use in your planners, and why you picked that one, why it is the one that wins for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys all again soon. Bye, friends.